Hi, I'm Jordan Long, and today I'm gonna talk about, something that, happens. Well, it's not a bad thing or anything, but there's always going to be those folks out there who are gonna put you down. Oh, I've been put down for being on YouTube for 6 years. And I know what some folks say. Oh, the films don't get a lot of watch time. Oh, you don't have a lot of followers. Oh, you're only talking to yourself. Yeah, I heard all that stuff the haters said before, And they had said that stuff for 6 long years. And maybe it's true, I don't get a lot of watch time on my films and I don't have a lot of followers. But as far as talking to myself goes, some folks watch my films. But there's always going to be someone out there, that just can't leave it alone. Someone out there, they don't like the film, they can either thumb it down or don't do nothing or just leave. Then there are those who want to be put on the ban from channel or the block or the locked from fairway. Since the word ban and block most likely are borrowed words. They probably are borrowed words. So anyway, it's always like this. Oh, Jordan, your films are boring. You don't do anything in your films. You don't do any cleaning no cleaning. Your films are boring. Well, if they're boring, why are you watching them then? If you think they're boring, then go watch someone else's films then. Yeah. That's the first thing haters always tell you. Oh, your films are boring. Well, if they're boring, then why are you watching them? If something bores you, then why would you watch it? Yeah, that's the truth. They don't know. They just had nothing good to do. They had some free time, so they went on YouTube, and they saw, and somehow they saw your fairway, which most likely would not, and they would think, oh, maybe this film be good. And then they felt like you let them down. Well, here's the thing. I never oathed that my films were going to meet everyone's needs. And there was haters out there, well, they don't like stuff and they think it's boring, well, they can go watch something else. Oh, you're not good at making films, You'll never be good at it. Look, you only have somewhat, you don't get a lot of watch time, and you don't got a lot of followers of your fairway or your films. Yeah, that might be true, Sure, but the truth is you don't have any more followers or more watch time than I do. Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. The haters will say that you don't have a lot of watch time or you don't got a lot of followers, But then you look at them and they don't really have don't got no more watch time or more followers than you do. So they really have no room to speak on that thing. Now, if they had a lot of watch time and a lot of followers, which I don't really know why anyone would be a follower of anyone that was bullying and picking on someone on YouTube. But if they did, then they might have some room to speak. But a lot of these haters don't really have any followers or any watch time in their films. Some of them don't even have any films at all. Some of them just make reckonings just so they can go after and bully someone. And as soon as that reckoning is as soon as you lock that reckoning from coming to your YouTube fairway again, they just go, oh fuck, and they probably just go They probably, what they do is they probably just say fuck, like that's what they were expecting. Like I know how it's like with some of these folks. Haters will claim that we got it all wrong about them. Well, if they're bullying and picking on folks, then they probably got that right, sadly. Okay, that's it. You're blocked. You're locked. And you're locked too. Which back in the day, haters didn't like when you blocked them. They would always talk about how that's not what grown-ups do. Well, grown-ups don't go around and bully and pick on and make fun of others. You know? But that's what they do. So, yeah, that's how I've always dealt with the hating of my fairway. You know? I don't even say anything to them anymore. I don't even talk back to them. I just locked them from coming to my fairway, and that's the end of it. You know, there really isn't anything they can do or anything they can work with to come back for more, unless they make another reckoning. Which now with the new YouTube oversight, with how they handle bullying and stuff, bullying and that, they would probably be more handicaps given to them than just you. See, I'm kind, and all I do is I just lock someone from coming to my fairway again. Others might not be so kind. They might actually go and tell YouTube about the bullying, you know. And then God help you after that, because YouTube has now made a new oversight how they handled that kind of behavior on YouTube. So, wouldn't want anyone telling anyone at YouTube about how they were behaving, unless you don't give a shit. But I'm kind, and all I do is lock folks so they can't come and see my YouTube fairway again. All right. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. Others will actually tell YouTube what someone's doing. So, if you think that's bad, then it is what it is. You know. And yes, I have talked about this before, but it is something that's an everyday thing. It's not like, oh, it only happened once and it's done with it. It happens every day. Well, at least not as much as it used to. But at one time it was a big thing. But, you know, it is what it is. And haters are going to say what they're going to say. They're going to say all kinds of shit. You know, but I know how to deal with them. So if anyone wants to bully and pick on me, I'll just lock you from coming to my fairway like I've done to everyone else for 6 long years. You know, others might not be so good. And if you're going to be one of those that start, you know, say shit behind someone's back like, oh, I'm more grown up than that Jordan. She locked us from coming to her YouTube fairway. Yeah, you're right. Jordan needs to grow up and let us bully and pick on her. Yeah? Well, that's never gonna happen. So anyway, that's how I deal with hate on my YouTube fairway. That's how I deal with bullying, and that's how I deal with bullies and trolls, you know. And hell, that's when I deal with anyone that wants to go around and, you know, do shit do shit to me or others on YouTube. You know. So it is what it is. And if it makes me a weakling for locking them so they can't come to my YouTube fairway anymore, well, fine. If that's your belief, that's your belief. But I think it makes me strong for doing that. You know? Because sure, I could go down and I could behave just like them. But then that would put you in a hang-up. That would put you in a bind. Because some haters out there want you to do that, so they can go tell YouTube you're the one who's misbehaving instead of them. So you see how that goes sometimes too. I'm Jordan Long, and I'll see you later.